Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream. And let's wait for the guys who will be coming. So, I don't see anybody yet. All right. Hello. Hello, Miss Hashimi. Welcome. I hope you're fine. And I hope you have had a good week because we usually have these live streams on Fridays. Well, I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm great, doing well. And that's it. Let's keep waiting for a few more minutes. Then we're going to start our live stream. Thank you. All right, who's that? Hello. Let's see who we have got here. Who's the second person? Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I think you have my voice. Let me check this out. Yep, I think you do. Sorry for the interruption. You do have my voice, right? Unfortunately, we got this. Let me fix it. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about it. Think. Mhm. Welcome, Miss Mohseni. Thank you for joining. And this little guy is, I think, like this. Sorry for that. All right. So just 2 more minutes, then we're gonna go dive into today's um, issue or topic, which was about mastering focus in a world full of distractions. And you can also see focus in my background. And okay, let's get started. First, we're gonna talk about the first we're gonna talk about what is really distracting us. Yep. So first, our first topic is going to be about what is really distracting us and what are the things that keeps us distracted and we cannot focus. First thing is, you might know, the first thing that is distracting us is our smartphones. It is distracting us in different ways. smartphones that we have, the apps that we have, the games that we have, most importantly, do these social media apps that we have, they are the biggest reason of distraction. And they're not letting us focus on what really matters. The things that I mentioned, these, especially the phone, this is not letting us think well. This is not letting us focus as much as we need. And we're going to go to the solution later on, like how can we solve this problem? Like I've also made a podcast, a short podcast of 15 minutes, which is in the videos you can go and check, or also I'll put the link below. You can go and read it out how these social media companies are keeping us busy, hooked, and distracted. Because when you're using phone, by the time you turn on your data or you turn on your Wi-Fi, you are loaded with hundreds of notifications from WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Oh, goes on, it goes on. And there starts your distraction. And until you keep on checking those notification and then you see who has liked my photo and who has given me a comment and who has did anything that you say, and that is keeping us what? Distracted. We cannot focus, unfortunately. The first reason that we cannot focus is our smartphones. That is the problem. Smartphones are keeping us distracted. Why? Because they have lots of notifications and way more than we need. We don't actually need all of them. All right, thank you. So if you got that, we'll move to the next part. So smartphones have to be managed, limited. We gotta limit the use of smartphones. And in a while, we'll talk about that. How can we limit the use of smartphone, or how can we use a smartphone to be consumer of smartphone, not to be consumed by a smartphone? We'll talk about that. So this is the first reason. The first reason of distraction is our smartphones. We have to take control of that. Definitely, we have to. There is no any other way. That's it. If you have got any question, go on. Or if you want to add something to that, am I right, wrong, or whatever? Is there anything that you could ask? I'll be glad to answer. Let me see who's there. Yeah. All right. If you've got any question, any comment, go on, you can ask me. All right. Okay, Ms. Hashimi, she says, yes, you're right, and I don't have any questions. All right, thank you. Thank you. And later on, I'm gonna bring one of my colleagues who will also share some of his opinions about why and how we are distracted, and how can we master our focus? All right, let's move on. The second thing that we have to understand, the second problem is chaotic environments. Now, what do I mean by that? Chaotic environments, as you can see, we have different types of pollutions, most specifically sound pollution. We hear lots of sounds, voices around us. And by the time the sun rises, there goes the chaotic environment. There goes the cars, the bicycles, bikes, whatever name it. But in the place where we live, whatever name it, they make noise. That is chaotic. Yep. I haven't seen, I haven't seen, most specifically in the cities, a place that is not noisy, a place that is quiet, calm. And unfortunately, we have few places that are quiet or silent or peaceful. There is no tranquility around our environment, which still distracting us. It is not letting us focus. Now, we gotta have a solution for that as well. The environment where we are living in, yeah, they are keeping us distracted. That is another reason. Now, we've got a solution for that, not to worry. Everything that I say is not, don't worry. So we talked about the second point was what? It was chaotic environment, chaos around us. Anything that can walk, it can make noise. That's it. That is chaotic. Hello, Miss Malika. Hello. Hi. And I guess you're late, but it's okay. Well, that's a funny. I got a very funny comment. I don't know who that is, but I cannot read that. It's in Persian, or we can say Dari dialect. I cannot read that. If you can read it, I'll say thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I just went into it. I focused. I read, but the main point was really funny. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Well, it happens sometimes. So we talked about first thing is smartphones, and the second thing is chaotic environment. We talked about it, and Miss Zainab, she's laughing at that. All right, guys, let it go, please. Let's move on. Let's focus. We are about to focus, and yeah, another thing that causes what distraction. So it tried to distract me, but all right, guys. So the second thing we talked about was chaotic environment, and the third one is overthinking and mental clutter. We overthink about something a lot. What does it mean? It means we are worried about future. One, we regret the past. Another one, then we do not focus on the present. Damn. The problem we have is we regret the past. Like why this happened? Oh, I shouldn't have done this. This shouldn't have happened. I could have been better. I could have been fat. I mean, I could have been fit. I could have been smarter. That is all regression. Sorry, that is all regrets that we have about the past, and we overthink about it. Most of the people, they regret or they think they overthink about their past more than 100 to 200 times in a day. Just imagine. Of course, that is a cause of distraction. It is not letting us focus on what? On the present. And then we're anxious, we are worried about the future. And then the present is gone. We cannot focus. The thing is that present says, present means what? Means gift. It is a gift, we got to use it. The other word for present, for gift is present. So present is a gift. You got to use it in the best possible way. We'll talk about that as well. So, overthinking about a situation. Why do we overthink? We overthink because we do not focus on the present, on what we have today, on what we got to do today. Let's go for a few of your comments or feedbacks. If you got any feedbacks, let me know. All right. So, what do you think about the third thing was about overthinking. Overthinking and mental clutter. If you've got mental clutter, if you got any questions, let me know, please. Yes, I like that. Ms. Zainab says, there is no regret. It's experience or it could be a good lesson, of course. That's what I'm talking about. So we forget the present in this situation. We overthink about the past, we are worried about the future, and we're not concentrating, or we're not concentrating about the present. Guys, I have to kick somebody out of the group and remove this. Sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There is no regret. It's experience or it could be a good lesson. Okay, let me read the comment from Ms. Hashimi. Sometimes when I want to focus on something, I don't know how, but my mind starts repeating the past events. Now, that's what you have to practice, not try to repeat the past things. It means we do not have set of clear goals. We do not have set of clear goals. What do I mean by that? I mean to say that we do not have clear goals and we do not have anything to do right now. That's why we keep on repeating the past in our minds. We overthink about it. So that is the worst thing you can do. If you want to kill your present peace, regret the past, worry about the future. That's it. So your present is what? Sad, depressed. That's it. That's the key. Yes, I got from Zahidi English Mastery. Living at present might change the way you think about the past. I want to bring out Mr. Zahidi later. I've just called him, so he'll be arriving soon. He'll be arriving soon to our live stream. Yeah, that is fact, of course. Living at the present might change the way you think about the past. But I think it will change, not might. It will change and it is 100% sure. Take my guarantee. If you live in the present moment right now, that is important. It is, okay, Mr. Hashimi says, it is not about every time. But sometimes it happens. Yes, sometimes we're humans. Sometimes it's okay. But overthinking is not, it's not of use. It has no use. Why to overthink about something? What it has got to do? I don't know. And the problem is when we overthink, we make a scenario so chaotic, so confusing. We even get lost in our own thoughts. And we make this situation so dramatic that it's like it's like you cannot you cannot do anything. You don't have appetite, you don't want to get up, you don't want to do something. It is just killing our inner peace. And that's why we need to focus on the present. All right, Ms. Hashimi says again, but I suddenly shake my mind and start to think about the present. Well, don't shake your mind, just redirect your focus. Okay. Okay, that's the best thing you can do. Yeah. Keep practicing, keep doing that. So, guys, we just discussed three most important aspects of why we cannot focus. The first one was smartphones, the second was chaotic environment, and the third one is overthinking and mental clutter. Yeah. We'll move on to the second part, guys. In the second part, we're going to talk about something else. Okay, the first thing, we have to find the solution. The solutions for focusing. I mean, how can we develop focusing? First, awareness is the first step to change. What do I mean by that? Awareness. Can you share your opinions? Awareness. Awareness. What I mean by awareness was that awareness means if you want to develop focus. All right. Yes, Ms. Mohseni says, yes, you're right. Overthinking is my problem too. All right. It's a common problem. As I mentioned, it's a common problem. Guys, I'm sorry. I need to remove all the Persian comments because I'm not into it. Sorry. No disrespect, but it hasn't got me anything. So All right, so guys, the solutions. We are talking about the solutions. How can we kill the distraction and how can we focus? First thing is awareness. I mean by awareness, you have to start reading. Be aware. There's awareness. You gotta start reading. You gotta start what? Reading. You have to start reading. Start reading. Read anything that you like. Start from anything that you like. Yes, I'm just suggesting. So Miss Anita says, Miss Muhsini says, can you suggest me some solutions? Of course, the first one is awareness. How do you have awareness? I mean, awareness of what? Reading. Reading will give you awareness. It'll make you. It will give you awareness of the world, awareness of the situation, awareness of the nature, awareness of people's behavior, awareness about anything you like. Just keep reading. It doesn't matter what field you want to read. Keep reading. Start reading something, or maybe watch podcasts. They help a lot. Awareness. Keep reading. Start right. All right, guys. Let me do something. All right. So what was the first thing? The first thing you gotta do is focus. If you got any question about that or how to focus, I mean, or how to start reading, what to read first, how to read. I just told you whatever subject you like, you can start reading that. It doesn't matter what it is. First thing you gotta do is start reading. Means that is be aware of your environment, be aware of what you're doing, be aware where you are, be aware why you're in this world. Yep, that is the first thing. Okay, awareness is the first thing. And if you're saying that, sir, yes, using social media is also awareness, and no, it is not. Stop using. So the second solution, number two, is cut the noise. What I mean by that, turn off non-essential notifications on your phone. You can use my strategy. For example, I have one app notification turned on my phone. I have all the application. You just name it. I've got all of them, but only one of them are turned on. One of them that belongs to my work, to my job. So I have turned off all the notification, unnecessary, unessential, non-essential, not important. My job work is important. So just I have one application notification turned on, all others are turned off. So turn off notifications, unnecessary. Now you might think, what are necessary and unnecessary? You know better than me. So let's not talk about that. Yes. First thing, all the notifications that are unnecessary, turn them off. For example, what communication network you're using? I'm sure most of them they send more than 4 to 5 messages per day. We have got this kind of offers. You can enter data calling package, data pack, whatever they say. Turn them off. Turn them off. You don't need them. If you need it, you'll deactivate or whatever. You don't need them, right? So number two, in the same. Number two is delete the applications that distracts you. Delete the applications that distract you. It doesn't matter what they are, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like whatever application it is. I don't care. Maybe it's a game, maybe it's a whatever. Instead of that, instead of those ones, listen to audiobooks, read audiobooks, PDF books, whatever you like. Go to that. So, what do I mean by this? You have to limit the number of these applications. That means you are limiting the distractions, right? When you limit the and limited focus increased, right? We can do it. Easy, easy as one, two, three, right? Yeah. So what did we talk about? All right, Miss Hashimi says what to read. I already answered that question, I guess. I said Miss John, I don't know Shabana. Miss Shabana, the last name is Janm. I don't know what does it mean. So hi, hello. So Miss Hashimi says, I mean, in my view, there is nothing really interesting for me to read about it and enjoy it. Do you have any solution for my problem? Well, that's not a problem. That is not everything is a problem. You don't have all right. So, what's your favorite field? What do you like reading about? What do you most of the time think about? Yeah, it could be anything. It could be a novel, maybe anything. Just find your interest. What are you interested in reading? So we already talked about the. There's another live stream. It's also uploaded. You can watch that. The Art of Learning. I guess it's in my channel. You can go and watch it, or also I'll post the link in the description. You can watch that as well. I talked about in that live stream already about it. Yeah, didn't I? Yes, I did. I already talked about it. All right. So, okay. Thank you, sir. I don't know your name. That's I don't know. I don't know what's that. So, yeah, welcome, Miss or Mister. All right. Let me go and translate the name. What do you say, guys? Should I? All right. Let me find. Let me find his or her. I don't know the name. The name. Yeah. So here. All right. It is. All right. I got the name, guys. Shall I say it? Shall I say the name? So, guys, this it means Nuria. Yeah, hey, you're welcome, Miss Nuria. It is also the name of. It also means let's play, but it can also be the nickname. All right, guys. So what did I talk about? So limit the notifications and limit the application that is distracting or draining your energy. Then what are you gonna do? You gonna be well focused. The thing is that some of you do not have some of you do not have interests. You don't know what your interests are because these applications and these notifications have drained your energy so badly in a worst way that you can't even think about anything else. What is it that you enjoy? Find the interest. What is your interest of reading? All right, thank you. Now, next thing we're gonna talk about is you got it. So limit the use of those applications that distract you. Yeah. So far, so good. Yeah. Have you got any questions? If you haven't, let's move on. Hello, Mr. Khalapyar and Mr. Sarfarozi. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome. Welcome. So, guys, all right, thank you. Ms. Hashmi says, I don't have questions. Guys, it's too late, 10 o'clock. We have already done the full more than 20, 30 minutes of live stream, but it's okay. We'll just have a short summary at the end. How to find our interest? Well, that's a good question. How to find our interest? I'll tell you shortly, but I have also told you that, sorry, I mentioned that before. There is a video of mine. I mean, I had a live stream about it, the art of learning. You can go there. There's a segment. I have talked about that. I've talked about it. I said, how can you find your interest? How can you find what your interest is? Okay. Now, I'll tell you shortly as well, but for details, you can go to that stream. It's about 1 hour of stream, and I've explained everything. Tell me, what do you usually think about? One, that's the one way. Two, what do you enjoy? Yeah. What do you really enjoy? Yes. Another thing, what boosts your energy? What doesn't make you tired? That's it. If you can find answer to these three questions, you have already found your interest. That's it. All right, guys, let's move on. Next is use the deep work method. That means focus on one task. Focus on what? One task at a time. No multitasking. Keep away your phone. Block the time for 60 to 90 minutes. You have to focus on one single task. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Whether it's reading, writing, music, I don't care what it is, your skill, drawing, running, going, practicing any kind of sports or exercise, just for 60 to 90 minutes. Just focus on one thing. do one single task. The problem is that we multitask. We're listening to music, but we're doing homework. We're watching TV, but we are eating, having our meals. We're multitasking. We're mixing the tasks, the daily tasks, the habitual things that we have to focus on one single thing. That is unfortunate. You need to focus on one single thing at a time. If you can't, then is that clear? Focus on one single task. Have a stopwatch for 60 to 90 minutes. Just do one task, one thing. Don't multitask. Yep. If you're talking with somebody, just keep talking to them. Don't distract it on your phone. We are on the phone 24 hours and we cannot focus on both the things. Unfortunately, we're not talking to them and we're not having fun on our phone, whatever we're doing. That's it. So do one task. Okay, Miss Ashimi, thank you so much. And Mr. Khalakjar, sir, now I join in this debate and I don't know about the subject. Well, our subject is mastering focus. How can we learn to focus? Yeah, how to develop focus. That's what we are talking about today. I'd like to hear from you. It's okay, guys. I'll save this live stream in our videos in the channel. You can go and watch it again and go up from here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Fine. Got any suggestions, questions? You can go on. All right. Again, Miss Hashimi says, when I'm doing my homework, I often listen to music and I can actually learn that lesson. Well, I don't prefer, but you don't learn it the way it should be learned. I'm sorry to say that, but that's a fact. You cannot learn it very well. By focus, I mean you don't learn the surface of something. When you're doing your homework, you don't do it just like finishing it. Learn it. All right. There's another question, Mr. Sartarawzi says, can we have more than one interest? Which one should we follow? Yeah, that's a good question. So, dear, of course you can have more than one interest. It doesn't matter. For example, me, I like doing business and I like inspiring people and I like to go to the gym. I like to have good muscles. I like to, I love writing. I love reading. So these are my interests. It doesn't matter. But I'm focused on one single task, which I want to, I want to make it better and to be professional at it. That's a different thing as a career. But you can have more than one task. It doesn't matter. Okay, Ms. Hashimi, you can do it, but we can't, unfortunately. And it's not really helpful. Your brain, I'm talking, logically, that your brain cannot operate two things in once. That's a fact. You can search it anywhere you like. Your brain can never operate two tasks at a time, at once. Even if they're doing half from them, half from that. You're doing two tasks, reading and listening to music. Now, you get 50% from the reading and 50% of the music. So what happens in here? Do you get fully both of them? No, you don't. Unfortunately. I hope so you got that. All right, so guys, Mr. Santaros, he says, do you think, sir, watching movies more beneficial than another videos like TED Talk and BBC? Well, I don't prefer watching movies because I don't watch movies a lot, and I don't like it. I don't want to watch. I don't know why. I don't enjoy it. Actually living the life of somebody else, and you're thinking about that's me. Oh, that's so stupid. I can't think about it. So I don't suggest movies to anybody, but I don't even suggest good movies. Watching TED Talks is good. Well, I'm not a big fan of BBC. I don't like BBC. Yeah, you can watch educational programs, but I'm not a fan of BBC and these big stream media. I don't like them. I just want to know which one is more beneficial than BBC or CNN or movies. BBC and CNN, they are more beneficial than movies. Thank you. All right, Mr. Sarfarozi, that's it. All right, guys. Next thing. So what I said that was about first one we talked about awareness, and second one we talked about turn off the notifications, non-essential. Actually, you don't have any essential notifications. You are just students, yeah, most of you. Yeah. And then number three is use the deep work method. First, next thing, number four. The fourth one is when you're morning, start your day with no phone for 30 to 60 minutes in the morning, journaling, going workout or walk, reading something. Do not use phone for at least 60 to 90 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes, you don't need to use any cell phone. Thank you. Goal setting and do meditation. Three, a quick walk or workout. Four, read something inspiring or listen to some inspiring podcast. That is the best way you can do. That's it. All right. That means the way you start your day marks your whole day. So you have to win in small amounts. Morning is like from 6 to 8 or 9. If you win this 6 to 9, you're gonna win the whole day. So start your morning with positive vibes, reading, working out or walking, whatever, and meditation and listening or reading something inspiring. Guys, declutter your environment. For example, as you can see this table, I got my laptop, my papers, all managed, my mug. That's it. Clean your desk, clean your bed, clean your room. That's it. Keep only what you need. Right here, I need what? I need to drink water. I got my water. I need to I need a pen to point out some important things, and then I need to see your chats. That's it. So clean environment, you see, everything is clean. So limit the number of items on your desk, at your room, on the cupboard. That's it. Limit the items. Unfortunately, we are so distracted by the materials. Most of us have got 10 shirts, but we need more. I don't know why. All right. Okay, so gotta declutter your environment. That means clean your environment. Limit the number of things on your desk. Only put the things that you really, really need. You don't need to put a lot of things. You don't need to. Got it? I hope so you do. All right, so that's what it is. Focus on one single thing at a time. Um, Turn off notification, clean your environment around you. Only put the things that you really need, not the things that. At the end, I'd like to say that where focus goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, show. Results show. So that means your focus, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. If you focus on negative, you're gonna have a bad and negative life. If you focus on positive, you're gonna have a positive life. It is all up to you. It is all up to you. Your decisions, you are deciding for your life. Remember. Unfortunately, my friend did not arrive, but we have a few more minutes to talk about. So I'll also summarize what we talked about. If you have any questions, let me know. If you got any questions, suggestions, I would love to have them. Any questions, dear, or suggestions? All right, so guys, so let's summarize it. We talked about the problems, all right? The biggest problem that is distracting us is our phones, smartphones, the application that we're using, we're distracted. And then the second thing we talked about was a chaotic environment. And then overthinking means mental clutter. Okay. So I've got from Mr. Sarfarazi. Well, sir, most of the time I put a goal to myself in order to follow for about 1 week. I follow it, but after 1 week, I don't follow my schedule to my goal. What do you prefer? What should I do? It doesn't matter what the goal is. Start from something easy. Your goal must be, for example, take a book of 100 pages. Say, I'm going to finish this by 1 week. That is your goal. That is your goal. You got to focus, divide those pages into 7 or 6 days and start reading. How many pages do you have to read? Now, two, set a goal like I want to gain or lose weight. For example, you are now 75. You say, I'm going to lose 4 kg by 3 months. You're going to do it by 3 months. If you decide to do it by 2 months, you'll do it by 2 months. Set a realistic goal and do it. You have to create or develop discipline. Do it anyways. It doesn't matter what it is. Is it Friday, Saturday? Doesn't matter. Is it vacation? Is it public holiday? It doesn't matter. You have to do it anyways. That is how you build discipline. And then when you have discipline, consistency comes itself. So you need discipline. I hope you got it, Mrs. Servers. So you have to build discipline. You don't have discipline. You don't continue. Your goal is not interesting for you. If a goal is really interesting you, they won't let you sleep at night. So how do you say, I set a goal and then after 1 week, I don't do it, I don't follow my goal? That is not a goal. That means that goal is not interesting to you. You cannot build discipline. Set a goal that is realistic, then you're gonna have to do it anyways. All right, Ms. Hashmi, you can have a few questions, doesn't matter. I have lots of questions, but I think they sound weird. No, they don't. Not to me. You can ask any question. Well, thanks. Anyways, Mr. Ajmi says, you did a wonderful job tonight, sir. It was helpful and beautiful. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, you can ask a few of them. Doesn't matter. You can ask a few of the questions. Ms. Ajmi says, I have lots of questions, but I think they sound weird. Nothing is weird for me. Nothing is weird for me. Don't worry. And then, so we said what first we talked about the distractions, what causes defocus, environment, overthinking, and mental solutions. I just highlighted only four easy solutions. The first one was awareness. In awareness, what I mean start reading something. Anything that is interesting for you, start reading. Two, turn off any kind of notifications on your smartphones that is disturbing you, and also delete all the applications that's draining your energy. Yeah. And third method was deep work. Focus on one single task. Focus on what? One single task at a time. Yep. And fourth and final solution was clean your environment, declutter your environment around you. Clean your desk, clean your bed, clean your room, clean everything that distracts you. For example, you don't need lots of things on your desk. As I give you the example of this desk, is just I got nothing that can defocus me. I got nothing that can distract me. It is just me, my two papers, which I need for explaining the things I'm doing. Okay? That was 4 points, four solutions. All right, I got another question, I think. So Hashimi says, when I'm sitting and listening to something, suddenly my ear can hear what's going on in the kitchen, what my family is talking about, and who is playing in the ground. In ground. I don't know how it happens, but I can hear all of them at the same time. Of course. Yeah. When I'm talking to somebody somewhere, and let's imagine a room, there are four groups of people or four pairs of people. I'm one pair with somebody, and there are three other pairs. They are also talking loudly, and we are also talking loudly. I hear everybody. Maybe the fan or AC is turned on. I hear the AC. Maybe there's music. I hear music as well. But I'm focused on one person, the person who is talking to me. That means you have to listen to one person. That's it. You can hear a lot of things. I can make a sound. I can hear the sound, but I'm not focused on the sound. I'm not listening to it. I'm thinking, right? right? That's easy. Everybody can hear everything, but you have to listen one. So I hope we got your answer. And then we have Mr. Sarfarazi says, thank you, sir, very much. One suggestion, sir. I think it is good to have you in YouTube live after 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, of course. Every, remember, every Friday from 9:30 to whatever time, 1 hour. We'll continue for 1 hour. From 9:30 to 10:30, we will be live on YouTube every Friday. Consistency is the key, guys. I'm not gonna leave this until something very crucial, important, necessary is there. I have to do. All right. I'm gonna continue this. Don't worry. We're gonna grow together. Yeah, of course. All right, guys. That's it. That's it. We got it. Also, we had a guest to come, but he couldn't, unfortunately. Thank you so much. Have a good week ahead. Don't forget, just do these four easy things. You can focus, you can master the focus. That's it. Take care, have a good time, and bye bye.